Censorship is not a new problem. Historically, there have been many attempts to stifle free speech and access to information, particularly when it harms political interests and risks destabilizing the status quo. Censorship in the online world is no different. Almost every country in the world experiences some form of internet censorship. What differs from country to country is which websites and apps are blocked and the impact of their block. And what is blocked varies depending on many factors, such as a country's laws and regulations, social and cultural norms, and political events. In countries like Spain and South Korea, access to certain reproductive rights websites are blocked. In countries where LGBTIQ rights are not protected or culturally recognized, access to LGBTIQ websites are blocked. In countries like Iran, women's rights websites are blocked, as well as religious and ethnic minority group websites, such as the blocking of Kurdish human rights websites and Baha'i websites. In countries like Venezuela, Azerbaijan, and Egypt, independent news media websites are blocked. While internet censorship varies from country to country, we have observed a clear trend over the past 5 years. Access to online social media platforms is commonly blocked during sensitive political time periods and periods of potential power transitions, such as elections and large-scale protests. Since 2016, access to social media platforms has been blocked during elections in numerous countries, including Uganda, Mali, Benin, Togo, Burundi, Tanzania, and Zambia. In all of these countries, access to social media platforms was blocked on election day. Social media platforms are also commonly blocked during protests around the world. During mass anti-government protests in Iran in early 2018, access to Telegram, Instagram, and Facebook Messenger was blocked in the country, reportedly as part of a government attempt to stifle the unrest. During Zimbabwe's fuel protests in early 2019, access to WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube was blocked in Zimbabwe. During mass anti-government protests in Cuba in July 2021, access to several online social media services was blocked in the country, including Signal, WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, and TikTok. But access to online social media services has also been blocked during other sensitive political time periods around the world. In the wake of a military coup in February 2021, internet service providers in Myanmar started blocking access to online social media services, such as Facebook and Twitter. At the time of this recording, these blocks remain ongoing. Many of these social media blocks around the world are commonly preceded or followed by a complete internet connectivity shutdown. However, complete internet connectivity shutdowns are usually quite short-lived, lasting between a few hours to a few days. Meanwhile, social media blocks can remain much longer, as is the case, for example, in Myanmar, where social media blocks remain 1 year later. This suggests that the targeted blocking of social media services may maximize political impact, for example, if used as a tool to stifle protests, while minimizing the cost to the country's economy, which may be incurred during a complete internet connectivity shutdown. While internet connectivity shutdowns and the blocking of online social media platforms can impact the lives of marginalized communities, such censorship cases are often reported quite widely by the media, since it is unlikely that a complete internet connectivity shutdown or the blocking of a platform like WhatsApp would go unnoticed. In contrast, the blocking of minority group websites risks receiving less media attention and public debate since they affect communities who are already marginalized. And it is in these cases, in particular, when governments can potentially seek plausible deniability, when governments can deny that access to certain internet services was intentionally censored. And so the real problem of internet censorship is that it often risks remaining in the dark, particularly if it's hard to prove that access was intentionally censored. if we don't have evidence. In the upcoming chapter of the course, we'll discuss how you can investigate various forms of internet censorship and collect network measurement data that can potentially serve as evidence. But before we do, let's first discuss some internet basics in order to practically understand how internet censorship is implemented.